just enjoying a nice peaceful moment. The sun's going down, the pigeons are loving it. Not a fan of the pigeon, but well, it's all part of nature, isn't it? Take the rough with the smooth. Anyway, that's roughly along the lines of what we're going to be doing today. Rough and smooth. You may have noticed from previous videos that I actually like traditional methods. Nothing complicated. Definitely not complicated. But I'm starting to see reason, and there's a lot of modern things that you can pick up relatively cheaply that will certainly empower your experience, bring it a bit more up to date. There's just a few things I'm going to show you anyway. I managed to find my favourite thing of all, and you just don't see campers using them. I don't know why. They're portable. It's lileng. Be careful of replicas. There is some very cheap versions of these out, and they are absolutely useless. This comes with a rechargeable battery, a very large battery that will run on low speed for roughly 4.5 hours, as I've tested many times before. I have a pair of these. Another good use is you can plug a solar panel in and you can take the battery out, and you can get cool air directly from the sun using this method. Or you can of course charge it up and run it, but that'll be a trickle charge. It charges up rapidly. The power is, for its size and price, unmatchable. Yeah, probably from China, but I'll give you a quick little blast. See, that's beautiful just as it is. You don't need much more than that really, and that's 4.5 hours at least, touching towards 5. And it can go to speed 2 and speed 3. It's got a little light on the side, LED, which is useful for things close up in the dark. And the power point is just one of those micro SD slots, micro USB, I don't know. But yeah, this fan, it costs, with everything included, roughly, I mean this is going back a year or two. 1 year I've had for, one fan I've had for 8 years, and this one I've had for about 3 years. The first one cost £10, the second one cost 14, so I'm guessing it might be up around 18 by now. But either way, worth every single penny. It saves you blowing on fires. You can get the fire going from a very long distance away with it, as far as 5 meters away on speed 3, and it will reach the flames and ignite the embers, and it'll keep you cool. I mean, that's summertime at the moment. It can only be a cool thing. Oh dear. The next is a little set that I found in Homebase, which is these 2 items. Maybe not the best of its kind, but perfectly serviceable. I bought a Black & Decker set similar to this for £4, and that was, well, you could use it, but best of luck. This Wilkinson sword set is actually a pretty good blade for getting through sort of an inch, 2 inch. They're very, it's not much of a pattern on it, but it's just easy starts, gets things going easily, and makes steady progress through most wood. I wouldn't want to take it up against the oak or anything harder, but for small branches, for dead wood, it's ideal, even wet wood. And these came with it, which are always handy just for breaking up a bit of kindling, small stickage, and there's a ton of uses for them. The pair came for £8, so £8, can't fault that. The Black & Decker was £2, no, £4, sorry, which is just ridiculous. But yeah, I found this Wilkinson sword set good. Certainly worth the money I paid for it. I mean, I would like better tools. Like I would love one of those Lady Boy, Land Rover, Bahoo blades, whatever they're called. I don't know. Laplander, maybe. They're very good saws, and if I had the money, I would be buying one. But sometimes you've got to cut the costs a little bit, and this is a good option. I'm not saying it'll keep up with the Banco Laplander, Lap Dancer. I don't know what the hell the thing's called, but they're meant to be the best, or roughly, give or take. So there's that. And these, which I shall test out later, you get two from Argos lanterns, 300 lumens. They both take 3 batteries each, which I've got rechargeables in, so there's no pain in future costs. They sit in the bottom, and there's also, not quite sure what it's for really, a little secret compartment in the top. You could maybe put some, I don't know if this gets a little bit warm in here, maybe some lavender, I don't know, or just store something in there. But yeah, it's all options. So I like that straight away, and I also like the fact that you can just put these together and add a hoop or anything you like, and dangle them. In daylight, they seem to be very bright, and apparently they will run for a few hours. I think up to 8 hours actually, with good batteries, which is surprising. You can see they are very bright, even in daylight. And they were just a mere £14, I think £13.99 for the two. So a nice option. I have a headlamp, but I find that I get attacked by midges when I wear that. Mostly moths, which just love to dive bomb you. But using these, you can place them around the place and not be bothered by the flies too much. So there's another one. Next item, being a smoker, but also possible other uses for starting fires perhaps, in some insanely slow, strange way, is a USB lighter. It's just a simple red ring where you pop your fag in. Battery life is pretty good. I always carry around a USB power bank, with quite a lot of storage, mAh 26,000 or so, which will charge this little thing up 1,000 times over. So you have never got to worry about running out of a lighter. Other useful things: reflective material taken from road maintenance, shirts, all kinds of different shirts, jumpers and things have this material sewn on, and you may have noticed people jogging with them or whatever. If you shine a light on it, it works almost like a mirror and will really act like a beacon to head in that direction. I mean, possible uses: you could hoist it up a tree, and when you've got your headlamp on, it'll certainly help find your camp again. Or emergency situations, perhaps. Or a cool little headband if you're into the raving or something. But it's going to glow and it's going to really stand out. So just a handy thing which actually takes no space. Another simple wooden wedge. I've made this out of the hardest piece of wood I could find. I couldn't tell you what that piece of wood was, but it was really tough, and this has beaten many planks, oak even, this will take on. It's been varnished with yacht varnish and also several other types of varnish. I just plastered it, lots and lots of varnish on, and yeah, that is a great wedge. As soon as it gets down to there, it really starts splitting the wood through this part here because of the nice wide top. Another item, simple survival kit, LED. Again, I mean, what could you use it for? There's options for things, I don't know. Fishing. Keep an eye on the rod tip to see if you get a bite. Or I don't know how much this would float. You could probably seal that up with tape and maybe even use it as a float, which glows in the dark. It takes a very small battery, but the battery life is strangely quite long. I've had this one for quite some time. I have used it for various different things. Again, similar to the reflective material. If I'm in a new area, I can hoist this into the trees and there will be not the brightest of lights, but there will be a star that will guide me, and it'll be red. Red, I've noticed, stands out the most when it comes to colours in the woods. Anything red is kind of, what's that? Or, you know, maybe it's this primal thing in us that red is associated with danger, with blood, with don't eat this mushroom, otherwise you're going to have a bit of a story to tell your grandchildren, that's for sure. But enough Alice in Wonderland. The next thing I like to use is this. I learnt from fishing that braid can be remarkably strong. This has actually got a breaking strain of 70 pounds, which translated is a good 33 kilos ish. I don't know about that, but yeah, that's strong. If you think that could hold up quite easily a sack of potatoes for that diameter. I've used it fishing. I bought a massive reel of it from China, very cheap, £20 for I think 1,000 metres, so plenty of it. It's orange, which is handy, depends if you're in stealth mode, perhaps not, but you can of course double the strength of it by doing the twist method, which I don't know if you've seen, but that will be twice the strength, and then you can fold it again and keep twisting and double the strength again. So if you double 70, 140, double it again, 280 pounds. Now, I might have to test that because that seems quite extreme. So if you've got a spare elephant I could borrow, please let me know, or anything at all. Just drop a note in the comments. If you like it, like it. If you don't like it, say, oi, you know, I don't like this. I need to know the positives, the negatives. I'm new to this. I'm new to YouTube. I'm new to filming myself. I'm new to hearing my own voice. I'm not new to being outdoors. But there's a lot to learn out here. I'm only scratching the surface of what is a very, very big place. Thanks for tuning in. Take care in the woods.